Hello students, welcome to the channel. In this video, we'll solve the math calculator section of the October 2019 US SAT. So let's begin. Question 1. The graph above shows the Chen family's water usage over 40 weeks. During which of the following periods was the family's water usage above 750 gallons per week? So 750 gallons is here. So above 750 gallons is from this point to about this point. So I would say from about week 22 to week 26, option C. The distance between two locations on a map is 6 centimeters. If 1 centimeter on the map corresponds to an actual distance of 15 miles, what is the actual distance in miles between the two locations? So 1 centimeter corresponds to 15 miles. So 6 centimeter will correspond to 6 into 15, which is 90. Question 3. A store received a shipment of 1000 MP3 players, 4 of which were defective. If an MP3 player is randomly selected from this shipment, what is the probability that it is defective? So that's 4 by 1000. So that's 0.004. Option A. The function f is defined above. What is the value of f20? So f20 would be 20 plus 0.25 into 20 times 50 minus 20, which is 30. So 20 plus 5 into 30. So 25 into 30, so 750. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to this? So 2 times AB minus 3 plus 2. So 2AB minus 6 plus 2. So 2AB minus 4. Option B. What number is 20% greater than 60? So 60 plus 20% of 60. So 60 plus 20 by 100 into 60. So that's 0, 0 cancels. 60 plus 12, 72. The graph of y is equal to 3x minus 5 in the xy plane is a line. What is the slope of the line? So this is in the form y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So here m is 3, so the slope is 3. A system of equations consists of a quadratic equation and a linear equation. The equations in this system are graphed in the xy plane above. How many solutions does the system have? So you can see that the parabola and the line intersect at 2 points. So this system has 2 solutions. A tree had a height of 6 feet when it was planted. The equation above can be used to find how many years n it took the tree to reach a height of 14 feet. Which of the following is the best interpretation of the number 2 in this context? So you are saying that it started with 6, a height of 6, and it reached a height of 14 after n years. So then you can see that 2 would be the height that it gains per year, right? So if in 1 year it gains a height of 2, then in n years it would gain a height of 2n. So 2 here is the average number of feet that the tree grew per year, option B. The residents of a town were surveyed to determine whether they are satisfied with the concession stand at the local park. A random sample of 200 residents was selected. All 200 responded and 87% said that they are satisfied. Based on this information, which of the following statements must be true? Okay, so we had a sample of 200 people of whom 87% said that they were satisfied. Number one, of all the town residents, 87% would say that they are satisfied with the concession stand. I can't say would say, right? I can say that they are likely to say, because would say brings a level of certainty that sampling does not allow. So yeah, so this is not correct. If another random sample of 200 residents was surveyed, 87% would say that they are satisfied. So again, 87% are likely to say, right? But I may not get the exact same results. So neither one nor two. In the xy plane, the graph of y is equal to x plus 3 intersects the graph of y is equal to 2x minus 6 at this point. What is the value of a? Okay, so x plus 3 is 2x minus 6. So minus x is minus 9. So x is 9. And a is the x coordinate of the intersection. So 9. Which of the following could be the equation for a line of best fit for the data shown in the scatter plot above? Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is I can see that the slope will be positive because it's a rising line. So C and D are out. And let me try and get a sense of the slope. So this is, let's say this is my line. So this point is 2, 7. And this point is 4, 14, right? So my slope will be 7 by 2, so about 3.5. So it has to be 3. So answer A. What is the solution for the equation above? Okay, so I can just square both sides. 64 plus x minus 16 root x is 16 plus x minus plus 8 root x. So x and x cancels. So 24 root x is 48. So root x is 2. So x is 4. So B. A fish hatchery has 3 tanks for holding fish before they are introduced into the wild. 10 fish weighing less than 5 ounces are placed in tank A. 11 fish weighing at least 5 ounces but no more than 13 ounces are placed in tank B, and 12 fish weighing more than 13 ounces are placed in tank C. Which of the following could be the median of the weights? Okay, so less than 5, you have 10 fish, where this is the weight. And between 5 and 13, you have 11 fish, and weight greater than 13, you have 12 fish. So the total is 33, right? So the median of 33 values will be the 17th value. So the 17th value will lie between 5 and 13. So that will be 8, right? In triangle ABC, the measure of angle A is 50. If triangle ABC is isosceles, which of the following is not a possible measure of angle B? Okay, so let's say this is ABC and this is 50, and let's say these two sides are equal. So angle B and angle C are equal. So 2 times angle B is 180 minus 50, which is 130. So angle B is 65. So 65 is possible. Let's say that it looks like this. Let's say that this is B and this is A and this is C, and these two are equal. So if this is 50, then this is also 50. So this has to be 80. So 80 is also possible. And let's say A and B are equal. So B can also be 50. Yeah, so B can't be 100. So D. In the xy plane, a circle with radius 5 has center -8, 6. Which of the following is an equation of the circle? So the equation of any circle is x minus h whole squared plus y minus k whole squared is r squared, where h comma k is the center and r is the radius of the circle. So this would be x plus 8 whole squared plus y minus 6 whole squared is 25. Option B. According to the 2010 census, the adult population aged 18 or greater of the US in 2010 was 234 million. In 2010, a survey was conducted among a randomly chosen sample of adults aged 18 or greater in the US about their preference to live in a warm climate or a cool climate. The table below displays a summary of the results. Based on the data, which of the following is closest to the probability that a randomly selected adult who is 18 to 35 years old, so this group, prefers to live in a cool climate? So 168 over 508. So let's plug that in the calculator. 168 divided by 508. So that's 0.33, option C. Which of the following is closest to the difference between the percentage of adults aged 18 to 50 years who responded warm, percentage of adults 18 to 50. Okay, so this group, and the percentage of adults aged 51 or greater who responded warm. Okay, so how many responded warm in the 18 to 50? It was 295 plus 246 out of 508 plus 410. And this difference from 51 and above, so 238 plus 137 divided by 403 plus 279. So this is what we need to find. So let's plug this in. 295 plus 246. 295 plus 246. So this is 541 divided by 508 plus 410. So this is 918. And 238 plus 137. 238 plus 137 is 375. And 403 and 279. 403 plus 279 is 682. Okay, so 541 by 918. 541 divided by 918. So that's about 59%. And 375 minus 375 divided by 682. So that's about 55%. So the difference is 4%, option A. Which of the following speeds is equivalent to 90 kilometers per hour? So 90 kilometers per hour in meters per second would be 90 into 1000 meters by 3600 seconds. So these two cancel, 9 into 4. So 100 by 4, 25 meters per second. The scatter plot in the XY plane above shows 9 points and a line of best fit. Of the following, which best estimates the amount by which the line underestimates the value of y when x is 50? Okay, so when x is 50, the actual value is 65, and according to the line, the value is 45. So I would say about 47, right? So 65 minus 47 is about 18. So D. A certain elephant weighs 200 pounds at birth and gains more than 2 but less than 3 pounds per day during its first year. Which of the following inequalities represents all possible weights in pounds for the elephant 365 days after its birth? Okay, so it starts with 200 plus 365 into 2, and that should be less than 200 plus 365 into 3, right? So 365 into 2 is 5 into 2, 10, 0, carry 1, 73. So this is 930 less than W less than 365 into 3, 5 3s are 15, 5, carry 1. 1095 plus 200. So that's 1295. So after 365 days, the elephant's weight would be between 930 and 1295, option D. If 3m plus 2 minus 5 is m plus 2, what is the value of m plus 2? So let m plus 2 be x. So 3x minus 5 is x. So 2x is 5. So x is 2.5. So m plus 2 is 2.5. The dwarf planet Makemake completes one orbit around the sun every 310 years. Which of the following functions models the number of orbits of Makemake in T years? Okay, so in 310 years, it completes one orbit. So in 1 year, it completes 1 by 310th of an orbit. So in T years, it would complete T by 310 orbits. So that's option C. If xy is the solution to the system of equations above, what is 3x plus 3y? Okay, so if I subtract the second equation from the first equation, I get 3x plus 3y, right? Because plus 8 minus 5 is plus 3y is minus 5. So 3x plus 3y is negative 5. A data set of 27 different numbers has a mean of 33 and a median of 33. A new data set is created by adding 7 to each number in the original data set that is greater than the median, and subtracting 7 from each number in the original data set that is less than the median. Which of the following measures does not have the same value in both the original and the new data sets? Okay, so there are 27 numbers. So let's say A1, A2 up to A27. And the mean is 33. So the mean is the sum of these numbers divided by 27, and that's 33. And the median is also 33. So the median will be the 14th value. So A14 is 33. Now you're adding 7 to each number in the original data set that is greater than the median. Okay, so A15, A16 up to A27, you're adding 7 to each number and subtracting 7 from A1, A2 up to A13, you are subtracting 7 from each number, right? So, okay, so the median will not change because the median will still be the central value because these numbers will be less than the median and these will be greater than the median. So median has the same value, so that's not my answer. The mean will also not change because when I add all of these numbers, the plus 7s will cancel out with the minus 7s. So the sum will remain the same, and that divided by 27 will give you the same mean. So this will not change. The sum of the numbers, as we saw, will not change. The plus and the minus 7s will get cancelled. The standard deviation will change, right? Because what was happening here was, let's say this was my A14 and this was 33. Let's say this was 33, and then let's say A13 was 32, A15 was 34, 33, 32. Now this is my mean, and I have reduced this by 7, so this has become 25, and this I have increased by 7, so this has become 41. So the deviation from the mean has spread, right? It has increased because on the left hand side, my numbers have become lower, and on the right hand side, my numbers have become higher. So this will definitely not be the same for the two data sets. The function f is linear, f2 is 17, and f8 is 19. If fx is mx plus b, where m and b are constants, what is the value of b? Okay. So let's first find the slope. So the slope will be 19 minus 17 by 8 minus 2. So that's 2 by 6. So the slope is 1 by 3. And then I have f of x is 1 by 3x plus b. So I can use this point. 17 is 2 by 3 plus b. So b is 17 minus 2 by 3, 51 minus 2, so 49 by 3. So the value of b is C. The results of two random samples of votes for a proposition are shown above. The samples were selected from the same population and the margins of error were calculated using the same method. Which of the following is the most appropriate reason that the margin of error for sample A is greater than the margin of error for sample B? Okay, so this is greater. Sample A had a smaller number of votes that could not be recorded. Sample A had a higher percentage of favorable responses. Sample A had a larger sample size and sample A had a smaller sample size. So the margin of error is related to the sample size, right? If you have a larger sample size, then the margin of error goes down. But if you have a smaller sample size, the margin of error increases. So here the margin of error is large. So sample A must have had a smaller sample size. A graphic designer is creating a logo for a company. The logo is shown in the figure above. It's in the shape of a trapezoid and consists of three congruent equilateral triangles. If the perimeter of the logo is 20, what is the combined area of the shaded regions in the logo? Okay, so the perimeter, so let's say that this is A, so A, and A, right? Because all of these are equilateral triangles. So this is 5A. So 5A is 20, so A is 4. So the side of the equilateral triangle is 4, and there are two such that are shaded. So the area of an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4a squared. So that would be root 3 by 4 into 4 into 4. So that's 4 root 3. So that's one triangle, and for 2 it would be 8 root 3. So C. Cow measured the temperature of a cup of hot chocolate placed in a room with a constant temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature of the hot chocolate was 185 degrees centigrade at 6 p.m. when it started cooling. The temperature of the hot chocolate was 156 at 6:05 p.m. and 135 at 6:10 p.m. The temperature of the hot chocolate continued to decrease. Of the following functions, which best models the temperature of cow's hot chocolate m minutes after it started cooling? Okay, so let's try and show this. How will it look? So the room temperature is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's say this is 70. So this is my room temperature. And he started with 185 at 6 p.m., right? So let's say that this is 185. So it would be a sort of an exponential curve, which will, with the reduction in the temperature with time. Okay. And right, so it obviously can't be option A because here the curve is rising exponential while we want a falling curve. And it can't be B because my temperature is not coming to 0, right? It has to come to 70 because that's the room temperature. So it could be C or D, right? But for that, I think we'll have to plug in values and check. So let's do that. So when the time is 6 p.m., so that's when m is 0, it should be 185. So let's put that here. So when m is 0, this part becomes 1. So 185, yeah, so this is not correct. Okay, let's try this. When m is 0, then this part becomes 170 plus 115. Yeah, this is 185. And let's also try for m is equal to 5 minutes. So when m is 5, this part becomes 0.75. 115 multiplied by 0.75 is, let's plug that in. 86.25, and 86.25 plus 70 is about 156. Yeah, so we get the right answer. It's option D. The equation 9x plus 5 is ax plus b, where a and b are constants, has no solutions. Which of the following must be true? Okay, so 9x plus 5 is ax plus ab. So for no solution, the coefficients of x should be equal. So a should be 9 and the constant terms should not be equal. So ab should not be 5. So b should not be 5 by a. That is, b should not be 5 by 9, right? So a has to be 9 and b should not be 5 by 9. So 1 and 3 need to be true for no solution. Okay, the grading questions. The graph above models the daily profit in dollars that a school club expects to make from selling shirts for a price of X dollars. What is the maximum daily profit in dollars? Okay, so maximum daily profit is this, which is 60. The formula above gives the theoretical power in kilowatts available from water falling from a certain height in terms of its flow rate in cubic meters per second. What is the flow rate in cubic meters per second of water falling from the same height with the theoretical power of this? Okay, so this is the theoretical power. So we have to find the flow rate. Okay, so that would be Q is 1029,000 divided by 686. So let's just plug that. 1029,000 divided by 686. So that's 1500. Okay. In the xy plane above, line K passes through the points 0, 2 and 3, 0. So this is 0, 2 and this is 3, 0. If the line is defined by this equation, what is the value of B? So B is the y-intercept, right? When you write the line as y is equal to mx plus b, so that's 2. We can directly see it here. So that's my answer. Trevor works as a sales associate at a retail store. He's normally paid 20% of the total retail value of the merchandise he sells, but he may also earn a bonus. When he earns a bonus, he's paid an additional 15% of his normal pay. During one pay period, Trevor sold $3,500 in merchandise and earned a bonus. How much was he paid for this paid period? Okay, so he sold 3,500 in merchandise. So his normal pay was 20%. So 20% of 3,500. So that's 3,500 by 5. So that's 700. And his bonus was 15% of 700. So that's 105. So the total that he's paid is 805. CX is MX plus 500. A company's total cost in dollars to produce X shirts is given by this function, where M is a constant and X is positive. The total cost to produce 100 shirts is 800. What is the total cost to produce 1,000 shirts? Okay. So total cost to produce 100 shirts is 800. So 800 is M times 100 plus 500. So 300 is 100 M. So M is 3. So C of X is 3X plus 500. Now, if you're producing 1,000 shirts, then the cost would be 3,000 plus 500. So that's 3,500. The total distance d in meters traveled by an object moving in a straight line can be modeled by a quadratic function that is defined in terms of t, where t is the time in seconds. At a time of 10 seconds, the total distance traveled is 50, and at a time of 20, the total distance traveled is 200. if the object was at a distance of 0 when t is 0, what is the total distance traveled by the object after 30 seconds? Okay, so the distance is a quadratic function in time. So let it be at squared plus bt plus c. And when t is 0, d is 0. So that tells me that the value of c will be 0. So I can say that d is at squared plus bt. Now, at a time of 10 seconds, the total distance was 50. So 50 is 100a plus 10b. And at a time of 20, it was 200. So 200 is 20 squared, 400a plus 20b. Okay, so let's multiply this equation by 2. So I'll get 100 is 200a plus 20b. And now I'm going to subtract this equation from this. So I'll get 100 is 200a. So a is 1 by 2. Okay, and if a is 1 by 2, and if I put that in this equation to get b, so 50 is 50 plus 10b. So 10b is 0, so b is 0. So ultimately, my equation becomes d is 1 by 2 t squared, right? That's my final equation. So distance traveled after 30 seconds, that would be d is half into 900. So that's 450. For a certain computer game, individuals receive an integer score that ranges from 2 through 10. The table below shows the frequency distribution of the scores of the 9 players in Group A and the 11 players in Group B. The median of the scores for Group B is how much greater than the median of the scores for Group A? Okay, so for Group B, the median will be the 6th value. So the 6th value is 6. So median for B is 6. And for Group A, it would be the 5th value. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will be 5, the 5th value. So median for Group A is 5. So the difference is 1. The mean of the scores for Group A is 5 and the mean of the scores for Group B is 7. What is the mean of the scores for the 20 players in Groups A and B? Okay, so for the 20 players, the mean of the 20 will be the sum for the 20 divided by 20. So mean for Group A is 5. So 5 into 9, 45. And 7 into 11, 77. That divided by 20. So 7 and 5, 12, carry 1. 7 and 4, 11 and 1, 12 by 20. So the mean would be 2, 6 are 12. So 6.1. It would be 6.1. Okay, so that was the calculator section. Let's grade it. Question 1. CCACB, CCACB, BCCBA, BCCBA, 11 CABBD, CABBD, 16 BCAAD, BCAAD, 21 DBCBD, DBCBD, 26 CDCDD, CDCDD. Okay, ingredients: 31, 60, 1502, 60, 1500, 2, 805, 3500, 805, 3500, 451, 6.1, 451, 6.1. Okay, great. So we got all correct. Hope this exercise helped. If it did, hit like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in a new video soon. Take care. Bye-bye.